So for treating an ankle, in the acute phase, we do isometric exercises. So holding in dorsiflexion for 3 sets of 10-second holds, and ankle repair in the repair phase would be concentric and eccentric exercises. So a TheraBand resisting dorsiflexion, and then TheraBand slowly going into plantar flexion from dorsiflexion would be eccentric. And finally, for remodeling phase, we would move into more functional aspects, something like flamingo walks or hard cuts. And then for knee, Michael will take over.
All right. So at the knee, we're targeting the quads. I have my patient off the table. We're gonna work with the left knee here. So isometric, I'm gonna have him hold at a certain angle for 10 seconds for 3 sets. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Moving concentrically, we're gonna use a band. We're gonna create a shorter level arm. So we're gonna go work closer to the knee. I'm gonna have my patient bring his leg up, good. And then eccentrically, we're gonna start out, straight knee, same starting spot as at the lever arm, and let me pull down with some resistance, good. And we're gonna do concentric and eccentrics at 3 sets for 10 reps.
All right, so now we're gonna move on to the hip. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my patient here sit in the chair. I'm gonna have him go to the table, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have him lift his leg up into the table and hold there for 10 seconds for 3 sets. And then once he's done there, we'll move into concentric and eccentric exercises. So I'll have him sit up here on the table, and concentrically we're gonna do hip flexion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place a TheraBand around the knee, just to create that shorter lever arm. And then we're gonna have him, against resistance, lift his leg, keeping it straight, lift his leg up. Good. And then I'll assist him back down. Good. Up one more time. And that would be our concentrics. And now for our eccentrics, we're gonna have him start up here, and then against my resistance, he's gonna resist me, but I'm gonna slowly lower him down to the table. And I'm gonna help him back up, and then slowly lower him back down to the table. And for both of those, we're gonna start at 3 sets by 10 reps as well.
Shoulder?
For a treating the shoulder, we'll, for instance, use a supraspinatus tear. So an isometric hold just at below 90, and resist me here, trying to push up. So that'd be an isometric exercise. Concentric, you would give them something like just a weight, like a 2-pound weight, and lift up to 90. And then as they progress, you can get past 90, hopefully. And then for eccentric, you'll have them start at their end range of motion and move slowly down. And then back to the top and slowly move downward.
Elbow. All right. So for an isometric exercise for the elbow that we're gonna do is we're gonna target the bicep here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually have him placed in a 90 position, because that's where the muscle is actually gonna be strongest. So it'll be less tension on the muscle. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna resist, and I want you just to hold it there. Don't let it move. I'm gonna place my hand here to make sure he doesn't use his shoulder to compensate. Good. And we're gonna start with 3 by 10-second holds on that as well. And then moving into a concentric exercise, we're gonna have you stand up here for a sec. Starting at his full lengthening motion, we're gonna give him a light 1-pound or 2-pound weight, depending on what he can do. And then I want you to keep your elbow locked into your side there. Don't use your shoulder. And then I want you just to curl that up to 90. Good. And then I'd help him back down so that we don't get any of those eccentrics in there yet. And then curl it back up. Good. Help him down. And then now, moving to eccentrics, I'm gonna help him up. And I want you to slowly lower that down, not using anything but your bicep. Good. Now help him back up. Slowly back down, not using anything but your bicep. Perfect. And we would do 3 by 10 reps on that as well, just to start off.
We're gonna go right into the hand, focusing on the flexors, your fingers. So we're gonna use a device called a gripper. You can use a hard squishy ball if you wanted to, or a moldable Play-Doh? Putty?
Yeah.
Putty? Alright. So we're gonna use the gripper. I'm gonna use this right hand here. So isometrics, we're gonna just give it a little squeeze, hold that for 10 seconds, and we're gonna go at 3 sets. Concentrically, now we're gonna do a full squeeze and then just let go easily. And we're gonna do that 3 sets for 10 reps. Good. Eccentrically, now we're gonna give it a squeeze at the start, and then we're gonna release slowly with 3 seconds in between. And we're gonna do that 3 sets for 10 reps with 3 seconds release. And good.